Don't blink, it's your boy Ink. Welcome to another video, welcome to another show. You guys are doing well because are having a fantastic day. I am so excited to make this video. Um, we picked up a old can of Monster, a very old can, and it's called Monster Energy Assault. You can see the camo in the background. You can see the amazing color of the army. Thank you for soldier for their sacrifices. But you basically see this, right? And like, why is special about this Monster can is because Assault makes me really think about I had this before, but in my memory, it was a black can, right, with a red assault. So I know this is a taste at food review. It's gonna be a subject also. You can totally skip this one. It's gonna be one of the food review that you can skip. We're gonna talk about the Mandela effect. So what is the Mandela effect? It's things from your childhood on TV, on in a show, on radio, during a song, and you have these core memories of, for example, one of the most common is in Pikachu, right? The tail. A lot of people remember having a black end. It doesn't. Now, what is Mandela effect? It's just having a bad memory? No, Mandela effect is a common belief in a group of people that hey, Pikachu tail had a black ending. So Mandela effect is again a general view of something that is not true. So what creates that? Well, there's a couple of things. There's a couple of things that could be in a group. There's a couple of things that could be in a general belief. There could be a couple of things that people don't really mention. Another example is C-3PO legs. C-3PO being in Star Wars. So a lot of people are saying, oh, well, C-3PO is golden, and he's all the way golden, right? In the original trilogy. Then you realize that the dude has a silver leg. And like, wait, no, that's not true. And you wonder why. Well, there's three reasons for that. First of all, we don't see the legs. We don't pay attention to the legs. So like, okay, whatever. And the prequel, which is a movie that I'm more familiar with, C-3PO is all golden. So I'm thinking that if he's golden there, he's going to be golden here. And the third one is because when we talk about it, and when we talk about the legs, nobody noticed that they're silver, so everybody talks about the fact that they're golden. So this is the Mandela effect. I've been checking for a black can. I saw this. I was like, dude, this is kind of cool. But then I saw assault. I was like, what the fuck? Now, is Mandela effect a bad thing? No. You're gonna learn in life, and that's a sad thing. But you're gonna learn in life that a lot of it's not important. Truth is in media form. I know in your real life it's important, but in media form, truth isn't important. It's not what's true; it's what people believe. For example, there's a war in Ukraine right now. People believe that Russians are attacker and Ukrainian are victim. There's a lot of stuff behind the scene. Am I saying that Russian don't have their part of guilt in the situation? Absolutely, they do. But when you look at this, there's a lot more behind the scenes that's going on. And because we don't know the behind the scene, we're gonna have this general belief that okay, Russian is the bad guy, right? If you're looking at the World War, people that were following the Nazi regime, you're gonna think that all of them were assholes. But the reality is, a lot of them were fearful. There was a system of communism where if you don't listen, we shoot you. If you were a German or whatever you are, we will kill you, right? And the worst thing about this is when the Reich ended, people in the street were celebrating. People were taking down sign of the oppression image, right? The swastika. They used to take it down. And what we don't understand, what we fail to realize is how many people, for years, for decades, for centuries, pointed Germans, not for a century, I'm sorry, but for decades, pointed Germans and say, hey, it's bad. There was a system, even in the second war, right, where again, if you were American, chances are that you call the enemy soldier a commie bastard. So commie is a form of communism, right? The simple fact that communism didn't work isn't a insult, but your core belief being capitalistic is the only viable option makes every single option apart from this one wrong, right? So where I was going with this, Mandela effect. We believe that because it was an insult that communism is bad. Now, am I saying communism is the only way? All hail communism? No, I'm saying that we're quick to judge a system that is not true. There's four systems in existence. The first one is totalitarian. So again, this is a dictatorship. There's socialitarian. Again, this is the rich are getting rich and the poor are getting poor. There's communism where everybody's poor, right? But there's still corruption, and there's capitalism where you're a wage slave. Every single system has its flaws and pros. The answer is in between those. You have to take a bit from here, a bit from there, a bit from here, and a bit from there. The greatest thing about totalitarian is, yes, it's a dictatorship, but this dictatorship is a place where everybody has the same condition. Everybody's following the same line. This line might be big like this, it can be big like this, but as long as we get to live, as long as we get happy, it works. But let's focus on the monster review of the day. Assault was sure that this can was black, but it's green. I think they remark it because if you look at the original, Monster didn't have it. We have a description. I'm going to be reading the description. Sorry about the rant. Sorry about the information in the beginning. I just think it's important to mention it, right? At Monster, we don't get too hung up on politics. We don't care if you're right wing, left wing, or a chicken wing. At Monster, we don't get too hung up on politics. We don't care if you're right wing, left wing, or chicken wing. I like it. We did camo, and I think it's the perfect cover for our Assault on the Ordinary, our Bourbon Street inspired flavor. Holy! It's unlike anything you've tasted before. Optimized and fortified by our battle tested Monster Energy blend. Assault will keep you on high alert. So you see, they're not necessarily talking about Army, but they're talking about Army. And I don't think I've had this one in a while. This is a weird one. I don't think I've had this one before. Maybe it's a totally different thing. It's very weird. I get the taste of Coca-Cola, I get the taste of Pepsi, but it's not it. So you can take this gummy bear, and on this channel we tasted a gummy bear which is Coca-Cola, right? It's a cola gummy bear. So you taste of Coca-Cola and you get a taste of gummy bear. This is exactly what it tastes like. It tastes like a sweeter form, a more almost jelly form of Coca-Cola. It's amazing, but and it's a very weird flavor. It's really good though. There's almost this mixture between root beer, Coca-Cola. It's not. It feels familiar, but it's not what I'm thinking. So I think this is my very first time having this one, and it's Is it good? It's okay. It's not the best, not the worst that I've had. It's okay. I love you guys. Peace.